Get that shit out of here. We got a mascot to look at. It's time for Pochita, the Chainsaw Devil. ES Collectioneers. Wow. I guess Chainsaw Man is really popular. Last I checked, that video that I made from a couple weeks ago that had this guy in it, this goober, this absolute gardening tool of a man, got like 826 views last I checked. Wow, that's the most views I've ever gotten on anything on any social media platform, which is nice. So I figured I'd do a video on the mascot character from Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Devil himself, Pochita. Now, I never expected that to blow up, but I love this little dude. This little football-shaped orange bean. I'm a little surprised at the scale of it, because I thought he was going to be like big enough for me to actually hold by the handle with more than 2 fingers. And of course, the handle coming out of his butt is... I can't even properly hold it like that. So, it is cool though. And, you know, he's got his little, his tail and all that. And he can move him leg do a wiggle and a walk, you know. But what is there to say about this, really? I still haven't seen any more of Chainsaw Man since I made that last video. I'm thinking about getting a Crunchyroll account to try and watch it. But, you know, I'm just shocked at how popular that was. So, you know, here's the boy. Here's the boy. Hello, boy. What do I want to talk about with this? Well, in terms of a building block set, the build quality is fairly good, but there are some tolerances that cause gaps in it that I'm not super thrilled about. There's a spot on the chainsaw right here sticking out where it actually has a gap that I can't seem to get to stay closed. I'm not thrilled about that, but generally it doesn't look terrible. And he's only got like 7 points of articulation on him, you know. His tail can move and bend and twist, you know. That's the rip cord to start the chainsaw, but it is a tail, I guess. And then, of course, each of his legs can move. His front 2 are on ball joints, whereas the back 2 are just on pivots. Ooh. Ooh, that doesn't sound great. But, you know. So that's 1 for each leg, 2 on the tail, and then I wouldn't really count this as a point of articulation, but the handle on top of him can actually spin a bit, which is, you know, neither here nor there, but it's a thing that moves, that can do it. I think the printing on this one is a lot better than the small scale Pochita that I got, because on the little one that came with Denji, right? He's really, his eyes aren't printed very well. Let's see if it'll focus. His eyes aren't printed very well, so they're a little lopsided. He's kind of got like googly eyes going on. But, you know, it's a really small figure with really small printing on it. Whereas this one is really large scale, so they were able to get it much more accurate in a way that looks good Especially when it's blurry like that. Good lord. They were able to print his eyes in a way that looks better, though. And then, of course, his mouth has printing, too. Which is nice. You actually get to see he's got little fangs and a little tongue and all that. And, you know, it's a good little display piece. It doesn't really do a whole lot. It doesn't scale with any of the other figures that I've got, you know. Put them up next to Denji, and that is them side by side properly. Like, that is not to scale at all. Whereas I would argue that this is actually, like, properly scaled to them. This seems about right for the right scale for the figures. But it is neat to see. I guess one thing of note is that there's really not any custom pieces on here that I'm aware of. The only custom pieces might be the actual pieces that the eyes are printed on, because it's like a big curved brick with a print on it, and it's relatively hollow on the inside. But this uses mostly your standard... What the hell, man? This uses like your mostly standard pieces that don't really... Something's up with that. I might have to look into that later. But there's nothing unique about it. There's nothing unique about the parts used to build this. It's just, it is all brick built. Pretty standard pieces used for the building system. It looks good. It feels good. Like, it is a hefty dude. It feels like it weighs as much as it looks. And it was really good price too. I think this was like $30. I actually was given this as a gift, but because my parents went and got it for me. They were very nice. They went Black Friday shopping and they picked it up for me. But it's chunky. It's worth the price. It looks great. There's a couple of gaps here and there that probably shouldn't be because of the tolerances of the parts, but it's still, it came out really well when it was done being thrown together. And, you know, I don't really have much to say about him. From my understanding, in the anime at least, I don't think there's much that he's done yet outside of merging with Denji and giving him the strength to fight other devils on his own. But I haven't really read the series or watched the anime, so he's a cool little orange dog with a chainsaw on his face. He's a good boy. He's a really good boy. I'm gonna add some good pictures here showing him off with the other figures and all that. And then yeah, that's probably going to be the whole video, honestly. I couldn't make a video, get almost 1,000 views on it, and then not finish the set, at least. You know? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Such a good thing. And you know what? I am finishing the set. This is going to be fun to build. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. And goodbye.